Hey guys, we are back.
Here we are.
Epic Universe, 1 month anniversary.
30 days in.
30 days in, and we are here to share with you guys anything that we can find that is new food updates, new foodie news updates, things like different processes, menu changes, plating changes, anything that we can find that seems to be exciting in the new way, or maybe a little bit of a bummer in the downsizing way. We're going to figure it out for you guys.
So we're checking in. We've heard a lot of different things here and there online, so we're going to walk around, see what it is, see if some of our old favorites are still here.
Yep, any changes? We're going to check it out now.
Yep.
Let's go.
Plastered Owl, we were lucky enough to get here on the first day of its highly anticipated bourbon and whiskey collection, and it features a lot of rare and limited pour 1 and 2 ounce tastings. Think of Pappy Van Winkle, E.H. Taylor, George T. Stagg, and most importantly, some specific barrel select items for Celestial Park and Oak and Star. This moves the Plastered Owl closer to becoming Epic's flagship bourbon lounge.
In other Plastered Owl news, the stools are back. We are so excited because the stools have returned. This is the perfect spot to pause, sit, share your epic adventures. This matters to us a lot because this is fast becoming our top just like cool down lounge in the park. It just gives such good vibes to be able to sit and hang out there. Now, it's important to note that while they had them during the previews going all the way around the bar, they took them away once the park opened, but it seems that now they've got 4 that have made their way back onto the one side. So they still have a lot of spots for people to just walk up and order a drink without feeling like they're interrupting, guests sitting at the bar. But there are still some spots to sit down, allowing for you to take a load off and take in the ambiance, the live music, which is amazing, and the engaging conversations, all that happen around the Plastered Owl bar. So one major change, or, they used to have out here, they were trying out some different things with like cocktails, things of that nature, right outside of what will eventually be one of the major quick service spots here, and they're gone. So whatever that trial period was, they figured out and gathered the information they needed from that, and it's no longer here. Hopefully that means there's some movement happening on the inside. This one's going to be really exciting. The rumor is that it's going to be the largest quick service here on property, and that it will house both a Mexican and an Italian kind of split.
It's not a fusion.
It's not a fusion. One side will be Italian, one side will be Mexican. But it's a big, big building. I just can't get over how beautiful the landscaping is and just how beautiful. Look at this. This is gorgeous in here. You can, by the way, and I highly recommend it, you can go in here and have a seat and like figure out your day, take a load off. It's shady, it's lovely, and we will probably be doing that pretty darn soon. Toadstool Café is so busy that there is an outdoor queue of people waiting to get to the indoor queue, which is no small feat of space, just to get a table. Again, this is about 145. Okay, so I totally understand that. I mean, you haven't been to Super Nintendo World if you haven't eaten at Toadstool Café. This crowd, this line makes absolute sense. So if you are a Nintendo fan, get in the line. Just like we said, don't do it at primo lunch or dinner times. Do it in off hours. If you are just kind of like, hungry and you happen to be here, I'm just going to tell you, as great and cute and lovely as it is inside, you're going to find better food throughout the park elsewhere, and you do not have to wait in lines like this. So if you're a fan, do it at a different time. If you're not, if you're just kind of a casual fan, I say skip it, to be real with you. I believe you can go in through the exit over here if you just want to look at it. People are doing so. Not sure if that's legal or not, but I'm just throwing it out there for you. So one sort of process or logistics update that we have is over here at Bar Moonshine. You used to enter from the door that is right here on the other side of this portal that takes you into the magic, or the Ministry of Magic for France. You used to enter at that side, and you would go through and you would come out through this door over here. This door over here. But now they've switched it. You now enter through this door and you exit through that door. We were told the reason for that change, albeit small, is that people being lined up all along here was stopping people from being able to use the windows to, use their wands and do all of the cool things that the windows have to offer. Also, people kind of preferred hanging out in the shade over here. Now, that being said, honestly, I get it. It's kind of a bummer though, because when the line is wrapped around, it kind of makes those tables there like kind of awkward to sit at and hang out in, but overall, no big deal. This next one has been, I guess, a little controversial, but if you didn't know, you can no longer get to-go boxes from the different restaurants in Celestial Park. And I don't even know that you can get them from inside the portals. That we're still trying to find out, but I do know for a fact that you are not able to get them at Oak and Star, and you definitely cannot get a pizza box or to-go boxes for your pastas and stuff over at Pizza Moon. Now, the word on the street is that Universal has concerns about guests sort of maybe putting a pizza box under their stroller, walking around in the heat, and then a guest eating it and getting sick. So they're saying that they don't have the ability to handle quality control once you walk out of the restaurant. I'm going to kind of call this one a little bit odd. I don't think that's the reason. I don't know what the reason is. My thought was that they just didn't want the park filling up with pizza boxes. But I mean, it's interesting because you can certainly walk around with beef from Spitfire. You can walk around with burgers that you get from the to-go window over there at Meteor Astropub. You're able to get macaroni and cheese with pork on it, same thing, and chicken from over there at Hooligan's Grog and Gruel. So not really sure what the sort of difference, I don't know. I think maybe they're just trying to work out some logistics or work out some things. We'll keep an eye on this one for you guys and let you know what unfolds. Currently the only restaurant that has a grab and go window, Meteor Astroblade, and if you go over here, you place a mobile order and you can get mobile food and drinks over here at this little window. And this is going to be right on the side of the building that faces over toward Helios Grand. So that is one of your only options for that in all of the park.
DeLacey's Cottage now serves a frozen treat option, which, unfortunately, breaking theme is a pre-packaged ice cream bars like Minute Maid, frozen lemonade, Nestle Toll House chocolate chip ice cream cookies, and a drumstick, just like you flag down the ice cream man. So hopefully this is a temporary fix and not the ultimate plan, because it's a little off the mark.
We recently went over to the Burning Blade, which is just always so darn good over there. It's just so much fun to walk in there. I love, love, love this spot. But we noticed one of the very few tables, there used to be 7 tables, now there are 6. Now this means not including the big central table. So not including that one, there used to be 7 tables that had chairs inside of Burning Blade. Now there are 6. And when I asked one of the team members there about that, they said, yeah, that, I said, oh, did it break? Like, is there a problem? Like, I just thought, oh, that, you know what I mean? They're replacing it. And they said no. And that there's even rumors of them taking away the stools at the existing seated tables, at least the tall ones, because of guests taking those tall stools and moving them over to that windmill central table, which then puts them in ADA violation for people to be able to move around with scooters, wheelchairs, etc. So yeah, don't do that with your chairs, guys, because we all really, really like being able to go into the Burning Blade. And if you are lucky enough to be able to get a chair and sit down and cool off in there, listen to the Hound and all of their wonderful stories, this is something that we really hope doesn't go away, especially, not gonna lie, in Dark Universe, where there just is not a lot of spots to sit down and cool off. As someone who can't ride rides, this is my go-to spot when the kids and Manny are all going to be riding on, you know, Werewolf, or they're over on Monsters. Where am I going to be? I don't want to have to just stand there. I don't know. So I always go over there and sit down if I can find a spot, you know, enjoy the air conditioning and have a drink and wait for them. So hopefully they'll get this worked out. Just a side note for all of you guys who are looking for somewhere to sit and that is too busy inside, they do have some outdoor tables over at Dusk Steakhouse. And as of right now, you are able to just go in there, and it's the outdoor area. It's really, really cool. Shady. It's lovely. There's no air conditioning, but it is actually very comfortable in there. And you can sit down in there and kind of wait for your friends and family as they're riding rides. This might change as the places get busier and that seating is taken up by guests. However, as of right now, it's not at all a problem. Okay, so a major update is here at Pizza Moon. It's really the only place that we've seen such a drastic cut in the menu from the original menu that we were able to share with you guys just weeks ago. So Pizza Moon has brought down, at least temporarily, we hope temporarily, their menu down from an 8 pizza option to 4 pizza options. They've got two of their specialties, the Vesuvius, which is sort of the spicy pizza, that ube, the lunar, which we really did enjoy. They still have that one. And then after that, it's a pepperoni and basically a cheese pizza. So we're not sure why they've had to pare down the menu offerings over here. I will tell you this, it is very busy in here. It is seemingly not an issue of food waste due to lack of people being here. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if they're trying to maybe streamline the kitchen to be able to get things out at a quicker rate. I'm not really sure how that works with pizzas, but nonetheless, that's a major update. So again, you can get the pastas, that's the same. The salads are the same. Otherwise, things are the same on the menu. There is mobile order. I know there was a little period of time there where there was no mobile order even available. I'm assuming they were updating the app or something like that, but they do have mobile order back. You're able to do that. Unfortunately, though, we have lost 4 of the pies. Please bring them back. I really want that mushroom one. I've heard such great things about it. But, you know, it makes sense. I mean, beginnings, growing pains, trying to figure out what works. Initially, I thought it was because of, like, maybe, you know, too many SKUs on the menu were causing an issue with food waste. But the line is out the door over here, and I could be wrong, but I believe the line goes in and all the way to the back of the restaurant.
It's a long line
before you
inside.
get a table.
Yes.
It's a long line. Maybe that's people who aren't mobile ordering. I'm not really sure because it's kind of confusing on the outside. So whether you've mobile ordered or not, it looks like what you have to do is get in that line, probably just to secure a table. Even the outdoor tables were full. Guys, let me just tell you right now, I know the pizza here is really good and you want a chance to try it. Do not wait in these crazy long lines for it. Come back later in the day. It's 1:30 right now. It's a primo sort of time window for eating. There are so many fantastic restaurants in this entire park where you're going to have a great meal and not spend so much time bogged down in a line. It's kind of a bummer. I don't know what's going on. We will check back later today and see how that line fares as the day wears on. But for now, it is hefty, to say the least. Just want to throw out there, guys, no line, a bazillion tables totally available. 5 o'clock, Pizza Moon.
So what we found is no new, or should I say anticipated items yet, though we're keeping an eye out for the promised birria hot dog, as well as actual ice cream and those infamous twisted taters over at DeLacey's Cottage. Fingers crossed, hopefully it's coming soon.
We are very happy to let you guys know that food quality remains strong, solid. They are knocking it out of the park even still. We went around, we tried some of our old favorites, we even reminisced, we looked at other people's plates as they walked by, and everything is looking just like it looked when we tried it. Really good, really solid. Guests seem very happy with everything that they've been ordering. We're really glad to see and taste that the quality assurance and consistency are still killing it in this park. Guys, keep ordering and voting with your forks. We got to keep these places rolling. We've got to be sure that all of these wonderful menu items stick around because this is so much a part of the magic of this park.
At park close, we were so excited to find out that Celestial Park and select bars stay open a little bit later. Tonight it was 10 p.m. on a 9 p.m. close night, so take your time, skip that hustle of the exit rush, and enjoy Celestial Park for an additional hour.
Yeah, it was amazing. Bar Zenith and we believe Celestiki are open late, as well as the Carousel and everyone's nighttime must-do Stardust Racers. Guys, if you haven't ridden it at night, trust us. Well, trust Manny, it is the thing you have to do. Anyway, I'm going to mention too that people have reported even getting into some of the rides inside the portals well after the reported closing time, like getting on Monsters at 9:30, even though it's supposed to close at 9, meaning getting in line, right? I feel like this is a test. I don't want to promise that or anything. So when you go, it might be totally different. But for sure, from what we hear, Celestial Park is definitely the focus of that later hour to allow guests to then have a place after they've come out of the portals to kind of gather their families, gather their groups, and take their time exiting the park. So tell us, have you taken the time to explore beyond the rides yet? What should we test next, guys? We're really curious to know. Or what is it that we haven't told you already about what to expect and what to enjoy when you visit Epic Universe? Don't forget, guys, it's your appetite that shapes the future menu. We'll see you on the next one.